just knowing the answer is not the answer. Hey guys, it's Andy with Mindset Matters More. We're going to talk about how change and emotions and knowledge of situations is not enough, okay? So I've been having lots of conversations with women who have said the same thing to me, that they have this high level of emotional intelligence, or they're aware of the problem, or they know what needs to change. And that's not enough. Let me explain. Change doesn't happen because you know what you're doing wrong. Like, I can eat pizza all day, every day. And I know it's wrong. But that doesn't mean that all of a sudden, because I know I'm eating pizza all day, every day, that behavior has changed, or that I'm going to lose weight, or that my cholesterol will go down, or whatever, right? Knowing that I'm doing the bad thing is not enough for me to change. Here's another example. Like, you're with a partner who is not treating you kindly, is not living up to your standards, is whatever. And you know that they are not doing it. That doesn't mean you're going to leave them. You know that you hate your job. You know that your job isn't treating you right. But that doesn't mean that you're going to quit. So the actual knowledge of what is wrong or what is happening is not enough to leave. Now, this is really hard for people who have high emotional intelligence, because we think, oh, we should know better. So by default, because we know better, that we're going to change faster than people who don't have this emotional awareness. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Woo, from the tooth. So really, all it does is speed up how fast you learn that something is wrong. And oftentimes, you can stay in the relationship, in the job, in the behaviors, and the challenges in the same amount, if not longer. Why longer? Because you use that emotional intelligence as a way to keep beating yourself up. And because you keep beating yourself up, you put yourself in this negative position that cannot pull yourself out faster. People who don't realize it and all of a sudden come to fruition, and they don't have like this high level of intelligence, emotional intelligence, they wind up coming to and being like, oh yeah, no, that's enough. But with the people with emotional intelligence, it's almost like there's a blockage in terms of their behaviors. And so it's not about awareness of the situation. It's not that you are emotionally intelligent enough to be aware of it faster. Behavior change from an identity shift. It's a person who, I just don't eat pizza anymore. Or, no, I'm single now. No, I have a different job now. It's about coming to terms with, this is no longer for me. This is no longer working for me, and I need to move on. And yeah, there's a lot of pain that comes with that. But just knowing that something is happening to you is not enough. Just seeing people, places, situations, things for what they are is not enough. The change begins within you. The way that you present yourself to the world, the way that you come across, the way you interact with people, the boundaries that you set, those all come from you. And here's the other piece to it, is that just because you're aware that other people have their faults, that doesn't mean that they are going to change. Let me say this plain and clear. You will never change another person. People do not change because other people want them to, need them to, care for them to. The change has to come from within you. Even me as a coach, with the women that I work with, I do not change people. I give them the ability to see the shift, and I give them the tools to be able to make the change, but they have to make the change themselves. Like, When I was coaching people at the gym, like I can't make them go to the gym. I can't make them eat their macros. I can't make them drink their water. I can't make them sleep 8 hours minimum at night. I can't make people do anything. Even though I'm like, hey, you're paying me, do what I'm telling you to do. It doesn't matter. People would pay me to get them to change and they just wouldn't follow the plan because fundamentally they were not ready. It wasn't on me. It wasn't on the plan. It wasn't really even on them. It's a spiritual foundation that they have associated with this identity that they could not break free of. Now, many women are about to completely transformed because they were ready, because they had the plan, because they had the mindset. But that doesn't mean that everybody I come across is like, yes, let me change right now. And I can't make them. I can only meet people where they're at. And a lot of times in relationships, we think, oh, I'm in this relationship with this person. I'm going to tell them how I feel. I'm going to tell them how their actions make me feel. And that's going to get them to change, right? Wrong. And that's up to you in order to like, if you're going to stay or not in a relationship. That's like a decision you need to make. However, just because they have the knowledge of what is happening does not mean that A, they believe it, B, they understand how to change, or C, believe that if they change that it would actually make you happy, or D, they don't know how to change, or F, they don't feel comfortable to change. Not that they don't know how to change, but they just don't see the change in themselves. They have the identity of who they are. One of the most powerful relationships in your life that's going to be a reflection of who you are is your partnership, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your friend, your boo thing. And they're going to be the reflection on you on what needs to change in you. And that's amazing that you get to know that. But you cannot force that knowledge down their throat. You cannot force the knowledge that what they're seeing in you, what they're doing to you is things that they need to work on. They will have their own epiphany. So if somebody, someplace, some situation feels like, hey, I see what's wrong here. The only thing that you can change is how you react. It's how you identify with the problem. Okay, guys, that's it for me. Love you guys. Bye.